What is up, fatties? Phat Chow here. I'm getting psyched because today I'm gonna just bow down to Dr. Oz. Yes, Dr. Oz has inspired me today. And, Dr. Oz in combination with my local CSA share, which provided me with some beautiful produce this week. Grasshoppers, highly recommended. Cool peoples and delicious food, all locally produced and for a great price. I'm inspired to make chips. That's right, Phat Chow is making potato chips. What? They're alien chips. They're extraterrestrial and they're healthier for you, of course, than chips out of a bag because you're making them and you're putting your love and hard work into them. I found out, working at Rainbow Blossom as the hordes come in to get Dr. Oz plugs. And so this week it was blue potato chips. And over again, I had to say, we don't carry those chips this week, but you better know with this grocery buyer, next week they'll be there. I thought, okay, well, we don't carry them, but you should just make your own. It feels so much better to make your own food. And it feels so much better to know that your food was grown in your own town. And it's just enriching. So today I'm using blue potatoes. Now, blue potatoes, which are actually, I think these are actually called purple sweet potatoes or blue sweet potatoes. But I'll just, they look like this inside. Oh, and I'm wearing a purple shirt. Purple sweet potatoes are native to the Japanese island of Okinawa. And they've got like 150 times more antioxidants than blueberries. 150 times. They're in the family of morning glories. So, hallucinogenic. Who's tempted? I don't know. I wouldn't suggest smoking these. But interesting thought. And they're actually used as medicine, kind of therapeutically in Japan for treating diabetes because they're low on the glycemic index. Potatoes, they get a bad rap. For a while there, everybody was on the Atkins diet and they were like, potato starches, blah. And, recent research has showed that potatoes are chock full of all kinds of really cool elements, things that we couldn't quite see before. Cucolamins have been shown to lower blood pressure in mice. So those have been found in potatoes recently. And potatoes are a really awesome source of B6. And, B6 is needed for a whole lot of stuff. Usually it's B12 that everybody's, jumping up and down about. But hey, guess what? You need B6 to absorb B12. You get like 21% of your daily value of B6 from a serving of potatoes. So, hello, the Irish had the right idea. Eat more potatoes. Hopefully, potatoes help with ADD. Let's talk a little bit about buying potatoes and what you want to look for when you're buying potatoes. You want to make sure there's no green spots on them and they're not sprouting in any places on the potato. That indicates that they're producing toxins called solanines. Solanines are not good for you. They will make your tummy hurt. And you want to store them in a cool place. You shouldn't refrigerate potatoes, yo. Just don't do it. They will turn straight into starches. You need to keep them in like a paper bag of some sort, just away from sunlight. Keep them in a cool place, but not as cold as the refrigerator. It needs to be, you know, somewhere like a basement. Cold, cooler, but not cold. If you get my drift. Yeah, and they can keep for a while, like a couple months if you store them properly. You really just don't peel the skin off. Like, unless, you know, you're buying non-organic potatoes, don't peel the skin off, because that is the best part. That's where all the phytonutrients are and all of that sun energy. And, you know, of course, if you're buying non-organic, that's where all the pesticides are. So just peel those skins right off. You could make like home style, like, you know, hood potatoes. But I don't think I'm going to make hood taters right now. I think I'm going to use my little handy plastic mandolin thing and cut these up like that. Blah! Scrubbing the potatoes, scrubbing the potatoes. Alright, y'all, so check it out. I got my little julienne slice and dice contraption over here. It's got like a thin blade on it. And I figured this is going to be easier than tediously running a knife through the potatoes. So, let's see. Yeah, so it's pretty cool because it just gives you these fine little chips. So, as you can see, I'm just gonna, well, bam. So these little chips. Woo! So I'm gonna do this for a while. Be really careful when you use one of these things. You could slice your fingers so easily. You want to have your bowl of water ready. Potato pool party, all the potatoes in the pool, man. I love how purple these are. Like, you know something that purple has to be good for you. That was Barney's pickup line at the bars. Shit, that's my pickup line at the bars. Da-na-na. Dude, I can make artwork out of it. Look at this. How freaking cool. Like, I want a necklace. Like, dude. So,